Back again with Coach's Corner. So what we're gonna run through here are some warm-up ideas, a couple tips for the workout 18.1, and then also take your questions via social media. So keep using the hashtag Coach's Corner and we'll try to get your questions answered. So let's start off by talking about the warm-up. How are we gonna prep for 18.1? If it's anything like my gym this morning, it was about 30 degrees in Santa Cruz and it was cold. So first thing for you guys to think about, just get moving. Pick your poison, run, row, bike. If you have a skier, get on that. Just something to get your body temperature raised and your body moving. Then we're gonna focus specifically on the movements in this workout. We've got a toes to bar and we also have a dumbbell hang, clean, and jerk. Let's talk first about the toes to bar. So that can be a good way for you to start to prep the overhead position that you're gonna be using with the dumbbell. So I'd start off, just hang on the bar for a little while. Loosen up the overhead position, take your shoulders through a range of motion. You can start adding in some kipping swings, a little bit more of a dynamic element, and then add in maybe some knee raises in addition to those kip swings. That might be where the scaled athletes stop because that's gonna be the movement they're performing for the workout. If you're going for toes to bar, then take some attempts and focus really on your timing, actually getting your toes touching the bar at the same time and working on stringing together the kipping motion. Then we want to prep the hamstrings and also the hinging pattern. So hammies need to be ready for the toes to bar, but we're also going to be hinging in both the clean and in the rowing movement. So grab yourself a dumbbell, do some deadlifts with the dumbbell. It's how you're gonna be picking the dumbbell up first anyway when you do the clean and jerks. After that, spend some time practicing. Like we said, this is a new movement for a lot of us, that dumbbell hang, clean, and jerk. So start by practicing a couple different techniques that we saw with the clean. We saw two different kind of techniques yesterday in the 18.1 announcement. One of them was a more upright position of the torso that we saw Kristen Holta employ versus a more kettlebell swing kind of style that we saw Sam Briggs and some of the other athletes competing. When you look at Sam, you can see that her hip actually travels back a little bit further and she's able to utilize more of her hip to kind of swing the dumbbell up to her shoulder, and we see a nice kind of slow-mo shot of that there. Then when we start to talk about going overhead, you saw Kristen and Sam kind of going straight from one dip into the jerk overhead versus our athletes, the Brazilians, had a little bit of a pause. Those mere mortals, this is something that a lot of us are gonna have to employ as the dumbbell starts to get heavier, where we're starting to see an athlete have to pause in the top of the clean position, take a breath, dip drive, and then get the dumbbell overhead. All right, so let's talk about the workout itself. Yesterday, Nicole Carroll gave some great tips, and I encourage you guys, if you didn't watch them, to check those out online. We've got a couple more for you. One of them is just being super efficient when it comes to your clean and jerk. One way that you can do that is try to pace yourself, but also utilize that kind of kettlebell swing technique and jerk from the beginning. I know my shoulders felt really smoked when I did the workout this morning, and that's one way you can try to save them, especially for the later rounds. Also, pay attention to transitions. There are 3 transitions in every single round of this, so that can add up. So I recommend go fast on the things you're good at, but get right to the next movement and just start it. Just start it. It'll help you keep moving.